Welcome back for another book talk video. It's Throwback Thursday, but we're still doing Poetry Thursdays. So I'm very happy to talk to you about Taylor Molley's poem, What Teachers Make. It's the beginning of the school year. Lots of people going back to school this week and next week. So I thought it'd be a great time to honor all the teachers out there with my favorite teacher poem. Some of you may be familiar with this poem because a long time ago, it was spread out on the internet through email chains where people would forward it to other people and that sort of thing. What is really unfortunate about that is whoever started those emails cut off the author's name. So Taylor Molley was really frustrated as a poet, not that his work was being shared out to so many people, but that he wasn't getting credit for it, which is a shame. But Taylor Molley was performing this poem throughout the 90s at poetry slam competitions, and it is in his book, What Learning Leaves, which I believe was a 2002 book. I don't know if it was a reprint, if it had been previously published before that, but I bought it after 2002. I bought it after seeing the documentary Slam Nation, which is a great documentary. In that film, he allowed the people putting together the documentary to cast him as kind of the villain of the documentary. So Taylor Molley, in little interviews and conversations, was really honing in on the idea of gaming the system at poetry competitions, trying to earn as many points as possible from the judges, and manipulating the contest to his team's advantage so that they could advance to nationals and try and win the finals at nationals with getting more points than any of the other teams. But of course, that's him being playful and helping out the documentary, because it was also the story of the underdogs who were on Saul Williams' team, Mums the Schemer, Jessica Care Moore, Bo Sia. It's a really fun documentary. It's just not at all school appropriate. You have to just show excerpts of certain poems and not show the rest because of all the cussing and such that's in that documentary. But you can also get clips of Taylor Molley on YouTube. He's been on Def Poetry Jam probably a million times, and he's performed his poems over and over. He's really funny. He adds a lot of humor into his poems, and I think that that's great. I really enjoy that. If you are looking for this poem, Taylor Molley has a website, taylormolley.com. I can link it down below in the description. And this is one of the poems he has on his website for free that you can read off the website and enjoy. So I'm going to perform for you the poem What Teachers Make by Taylor Molley from his collection What Learning Leaves. Do not get confused between this and the book that he has put out called What Teachers Make. That is more of a collection of stories and essays from his life and his reflections, because he's also a teacher, not just a poet. And he tells the story of what happened with this poem and all of that in the book. So just don't get confused if you're searching on the internet between the poem and the book that has the same name, inspired by the poem and what happened with the poem. Here we go. What Teachers Make by Taylor Molley. He says the problem with teachers is, what's a kid going to learn from someone who decided his best option in life was to become a teacher? He reminds the other dinner guests that it's true what they say about teachers. Those who can do, those who can't teach. I decide to bite my tongue instead of his, and resist the temptation to remind the dinner guests that it's also true what they say about lawyers. Because we're eating, after all, and this is polite conversation. I mean, you're a teacher, Taylor. Be honest. What do you make? And I wish he hadn't done that. Asked me to be honest. Because you see, I have this policy about honesty and ace kicking. If you ask for it, then I have to let you have it. You want to know what I make? I make kids work harder than they ever thought they could. I make a C+ feel like a Congressional Medal of Honor, and an A- feel like a slap in the face. How dare you waste my time with anything less than your very best? I make kids sit through 40 minutes of study hall in absolute silence. No, you may not work in groups. No, you may not ask a question. Why won't I let you go to the bathroom? Because you're bored, and you don't really have to go to the bathroom, do you? I make parents tremble in fear when I call home. Hi, this is Mr. Molley. I hope I haven't called at a bad time. I just want to talk to you about something something your son said today. To the biggest bully in the grade, he said, "Leave the kid alone. I still cry sometimes, don't you? It's no big deal." And that was the noblest act of courage I have ever seen. I make parents see their children for who they are and what they can be. You want to know what I make? I make kids wonder. I make them question. I make them criticize. I make them apologize and mean it. I make them write. I make them read. I make them spell definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, over and over and over again until they will never misspell either one of those words again. I make them show all their work in math and hide it on their final drafts in English. I make them understand that if you've got this, then you follow this. And if someone ever tries to judge you by what you make, you give them this. Here, let me break it down for you so you know what I say is true. Teachers make a difference. Now, what about you? Oh, I get chills from the poem. That's the poem, What Teachers Make by Taylor Mali. It's so inspiring. It's great to hear. It's got its funny moments. It's got its interesting moments, some fun, playful use of sound devices. And I just want to say a disclaimer at the end. I don't have anything against attorneys. I think it's funny that he's attacking an attorney character in the poem. But attorneys can be good people too. There are a lot of great attorneys out there. Alright, that's it for today's book talk. I hope you enjoyed the poem. Let me know your thoughts down below. Every day is a good day for a book talk or a poetry recital. Peace.